Hey everyone, how's it going? So for today's video, we'll just do analysis from the weekly all the way down to the lower time frames. There's not much to follow up on other than the fact that the structure broke and it's basically destroyed on every time frame now. And nothing to follow up with my trade. I'm basically net short and just waiting to see if I'm gonna hedge my short with a long or if I'm just gonna let it ride and if we're gonna break down. But right now the odds are, my bias is completely to the downside. I'm not looking for anything to the upside, to be honest. Still, weekly on our Stoke chart, absolute garbage, looking terrible. Basically at our higher low that we put during the bull run, and that's like the only decent support I'm seeing. I think that's why we spent so much time around this area and bounced around so much. Next one is like 19k level, so obviously take that with a pinch of salt. It's not something that's gonna happen right away, but the odds are lining up that at some point we're gonna visit that area. Weekly on our momentum and volatility. Momentum to the downside is decreasing a little bit on the MACD, I guess. Yeah. On the Stokes, it's weird because the Stokes were curling down, so this should be increasing actually. So yes, that's saying that it's decreasing. So weekly on RSI, nothing, not telling me much. RTSI, nosediving. We'll go to the 3-day on the Stoke chart. I think we just destroyed the 3-day structure. Put in a lower low. Stokes curling down. Yep. 3-day on our volatility and momentum. And that's strange. It's saying we have upside momentum, but obviously MACD is lagging, so this is saying downside. Momentum is increasing. This is basically the close that we did when we destroyed. So it said it's decreasing, and this is right now on the open. It says it's increasing a bit, but it's just 1 out of 10, I guess. Everything else is saying down so far. So we have this saying little increase, but I would not put any weight on that. 3-day on our RSI and RTSI. No divergence. RTSI still not really doing any rounded bottom. It's basically just kind of rounded and then flopping over. So I wouldn't put much weight on that. It's not the posture I'm looking for. See, the daily closed. Yeah, the daily the 2-day just closed as well, and we destroyed the structure on the 2-day as well. Put a lower low on the 2-day as well. Momentum is down. One down, one up, another one down. So I'll take 2 out of 3 here. Still down. But this is good. This is like basically confirming this as a low, if anything. But it doesn't close for another 2 days basically. So if this closes in this posture, then this will be confirmed as a low, and we could be looking at a sort of a structure building. But until I see that, I can't change my bias. Like this could just be a potential wick and continuation. So can't really jump the gun. Have to see confirmations. 2-day on our momentum and volatility. Volatility is bottoming here, so not much there. Little increase, and then this one decrease. So Not much there. I don't think there's divergence. I think the same divergence, the triple drive divergence. So if this were to close here, then I would officially confirm that the three drive was played out. But if this ends up being awake and gets continuation, we could actually see how nasty the three drives can get. So yeah, we'll go to RTSI. I think RTSI is just nosediving. A little sideways, a little down. Not really this good posture. Not really a structive posture. Daily on Stoke, just nosediving down. This definitely has more to go. If like in this posture, it has more to go. Like what I'm looking for is for both of them to go outside and curl back in. And I look at the slope of the red. Right now, the red is just nosediving in on two of them, and one of them has a little curl. But that's not enough for me. Like I need to see it come inside the box and maintain the slope. I think we destroyed the daily structure. When did we destroy it? Yeah, we destroyed it. Not oh well, on Friday's close, so we destroyed that then. Daily on volatility and momentum down. Volatility is bottomed and increasing as the price is going down on the daily, as we mentioned before. This one is starting to increase as well. So this in line with price action breaking down, it can get pretty nasty. Daily on RSI, RTSI. Oh, we're potentially getting. This is not confirmed. This is not a confirmed divergence. It's basically saying if it closes in this posture, it's confirmed. That's why it's a dotted line. Like we need a solid line to have it confirmed. So it's potential divergence in this posture, but we'll have to see how it closes in 22 hours. Obviously, we just had to close. So, yeah, like it does. Either one of two things is gonna happen. Either it's gonna build structure here a little bit, like on the like on all time frames up to the daily. It's gonna build something and show momentum to the upside. Have all the 4-hour, 12-hour have an uptrend. Put higher lows, higher highs. And here we would basically go above the 21, start doing a little rounded curve, and start going back to building a structure. That's the least likely scenario, and the likely scenario, based on all the bias and all the higher time frames breaking down, structures being destroyed, is more downside, new lows, and building structure from there. So I'm leaning towards putting basically sweeping the lows again, putting a lower low, and then building up from there. Like I don't see it just happening right away, right after we, because we just destroyed the 3-day structure, 3-day, 2-day structure. So I don't see it doing it immediately. Like it will just like kind of stutter step a little bit, go up and down a little bit, and when the weekday starts, when like on Monday when US opens, like we'll start kind of seeing if there's a structure there, if we're gonna break out or break down, and then have it go sideways a little bit if it's gonna be a structure, and then get back to it after we see some uptrends on like the all-time frames up to a daily, and see the daily close above the 21 at least, open and close above the 21. Then we can go back to saying that there's a structure. But right now, it's all this could be a fake out for all I know. Like this. It's Saturday. It's like complete weekend scammy price action, and I don't put much weight on it. Like I want to see what CME is doing on the open. I want to see how U.S. market opens, and until then, my bias is towards the downside. If anything, it's either going to be more confirmation, more confluence with the bias, or it's going to be basically saying that this could be a double bottom or some whatever you want to call it, whatever hopium you want to call it, and potential for a rounding bottom. So I just want to go to the CME chart for a second too, because CME does have a lot of weight. Does affect the price a lot more than what people think, and we can see that CME took out the low on, when was this? July 15th it took it out, and on, I believe, the 3-day it took it out like on July 3rd or on July 7th or something. I just have to double check. Yeah, July 9th we closed below the low officially. So since then it's basically been calling this move. It's been basically giving warnings about this. And yeah, it's just kind of wanted to put it out there that it did call it on the daily 1 day earlier than spot, and on the 3-day it actually called it on the 9th, so 8 days ago. So back to, let's just reset this chart quickly. Okay, now we'll go to the 12-hour quickly, and then the 4-hour. So 12-hour is still trying to recover. Momentum is down, but like I said, I want to see them go out, come back in, have the slope of the red be towards the upside. 12-hour on the volatility and momentum to the downside decreasing a bit, volatility expanding as the price breaking down, so in confluence with what the daily is doing. 12-hour on RTSI, RSI, no divergence, and I believe this is just flopping over still. Yeah. And then quickly the 4-hour. 4-hour has some upside potential, but it's the weekend, so I would not put much weight on this. And you can see it's already getting rejected from the top of this order block and the top of the Bollinger Bands, and it could just literally flop over. Yeah, it could literally flop over right here. Or it could just continue, test the top side, curl back in. I'm not really looking for too much out of this. It can just test our resistance on the 3-day, which is, I believe, 32.5-ish, 32.6, something like that. Like right here, 32.8 at the most if this thing is gonna get there, but I think it will get stopped at 32.6, 650-ish if it's gonna try. It already went to 32.4, 425, so that could be the end of it right there. Just scammy weekend price action. I wouldn't put much weight on it. Where were we? So yeah, we did this. Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we're doing the 4-hour on here, so we'll go to the 4-hour on volatility and momentum. Volatility expanding as the price going down on this one. Volatility not really saying much. Momentum is down, or sorry, momentum is up on the 4-hour. This little action that we're getting. Yeah, not much there. 4-hour on RSI, RTSI. I think there might be divergence. Yeah, so we have 3 drives bear and 3 drives bull. 3 drives bull are, so I think the bear is played out. The bull is not confirmed. Yeah, the 3rd drive is about to get confirmed. So it's more like, when it's in a posture like this, I look at whichever one's the latest. So the 3-day comes after, the 3 bullish drives come after the 3 bearish drives. So if this actually closes here and gets continuation, like we could like potentially test up to here, or test like a little higher up to this EMA, up to the 200, up to the 100 EMA on the 4-hour. But like I said, this is all like weekend stuff, and this is not even a confirmed divergence. It's not a solid line. It needs to close to have this be a confirmed divergence at this posture. So yeah, I would just take it with a pinch of salt and stick with the majority bias and the majority of the trend from the higher time frames and the breaking down, and basically looking at this as like a pity dead cat bounce, and having it be exaggerated by the weekend scammy price action. So I would not be longing this right now, not even for scalps personally. And obviously you guys do what you decide, manage risk, and You see, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinions and just want to make sure people are looking at the big picture and being safe, basically. So, um, yeah, so not much to follow up with the trade, not much else to go over. It's basically just waiting to see where it's gonna be the next place to short, basically, for my scalp account. Like, I got my fun account going again, so I'm gonna wait for this to get rejected, and I'm gonna basically short the rejection down and just go from there. And on my main account, I'm basically net short and waiting to see how it manifests on Monday. And I'll either hedge it with a long if I see something valuable, some reliable structure being built. If not, then I'll just let it ride until I see a bottoming formation and see some potential for a bounce, and then I'll hedge it. And yeah, so that's it. That's everything for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow after basically the daily close. Okay, bye.